We're kicking off our BitSocket End of 2016 special with our most disappointing game of the year. I'll go first. Mine's is
Late on me.
Uncharted 4,
Oh.
A Thief's End. I know, I'm not meant to be. I'm trying not to be hot takey here at all, but this game was genuinely disappointing. It looked nice enough, if a bit bland, a bit boring. Because every game looks nice nowadays. I just feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of tired of the Uncharted thing, where it never really lets go of your hand. It never truly says, right, you're on your own, on you go. It's always, you're always guided towards what to do next, and there's always like a path of really nicely, brightly lit stones up a wall to climb up and stuff like that.
Who's gone about cleaning them?
I know, exactly. It's like, why are those the only polished stones in that old wall? I feel like the shooting sections were worse than they've ever been before. I know. And I just get really bored of it. I still completed it because I felt like I owed it that much. Yeah. Because I bought it for 45 fucking quid. But then I gave it to you and you didn't complete it, did you?
I played an hour and a half of it and just lost interest.
Now I get folk love it and folk love Drake and all that, but not for me anymore. And I'm sort of over that type of game now.
Is it true that Drake no longer makes your hotline bling?
You sure don't.
Biggest disappointment? Well, this feels like I'm adding to the hot take machine.
Yeah, but go on.
No Man's Sky.
Oh,
I know. I feel bad.
Yeah,
because it cost me like
£55
or something
from the special shop.
I don't even like thinking about it. It was a game I was looking forward to so much.
I think we all were.
And I don't necessarily think it's as bad as a lot of people made it out to be. No. And I think they've already done a lot of updates. Yeah. And apparently the last update was really good. I don't know. I don't own it anymore. It's a game that I still maintain has so much potential, and there might even be in the future a version of that game that comes out that is essential. Yeah. But it's not the game that I bought for stupid money, and it's not the game that's currently available. It's a shame. I'm hoping maybe that wee itch will get scratched by Elite coming out on the PS4 next year, because that's what I wanted. I wanted to explore space. Yeah. I wasn't really bothered about having to find zinc.
Okay, right. Game of 2017 you're looking forward to the most?
It's not a game, it's a console, Joe. It's the Nintendo Switch.
Oh! What about it? Why are you looking forward to it?
Because it's a new Nintendo console. I'm going to be able to play basketball under the overpass. I'm going to be able to take Mario to parties.
Yeah, you will be. Yeah.
It's just
and you'll finally be able to bring your Splatoon esports team to the big meet.
Finally.
Yeah. No, I really can't wait for it.
It's what it represents. It represents a new Zelda. Yeah. A new Mario. Yeah, there'll be a new Mario next year.
Yeah, there will be. Yeah.
It's and an updated version of Mario Kart 8. There's no way is it a whole fucking new Mario Kart. If we're talking about just a game, it's really close between Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami. So pretty much
the double whammy of Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami.
The double done.
Double whammy, Yakuza Kiwami.
How are you, Joe? What are you looking forward to most next year?
Well, I was going to say Yakuza, obviously, because I mean it is going to be.
It's also on brand.
If those weren't part of the equation, then Nier Automata, which is a game that I wasn't that bothered about until I played the demo, and that demo is so fucking good, man. It's really, really good.
It's so good.
It's like a combination of arcade shmup, Bayonetta style action game, and just for the sheer hell of it, a big mech bit.
Yeah, the demo exceeded like every single expectation I could possibly have had.
Yep, definitely. So that's our sort of picks looking forward to.
Platinum.
So now, Games of the Year 2016.
Now we'll also add, we've recorded an extra podcast to go along with this, which you get to hear our deliberations. So we both brought our own personal top 10s.
We whittled it down to our one and only true top 5, and this is number 5, Res Infinite.
Oh, a remastered game, Joe?
It's a remastered game, so it's a bit of a cheat saying this because it's mostly an old game, but the old game is so good that it's worth it, because you're playing it in HD anyway. If you've got a VR headset, you can play it in VR.
If you don't, just sit next to the TV.
But over and above all that, you've got the beautiful Area X, which is just sublime. I mean, if you're a Res fan like I am, Area X it's actually genuinely brand new. It's no longer on rails. You get to fly around wherever you want, and without spoiling too much, the visuals you see in it are just incredible. I'm not going to tell you specifics in this video. We're not going to show too much of it because I like to keep it a surprise, but it's really worth playing. Nice. So that's why it's number 5 game of the year. Number 4, Star Fox Zero.
Oh.
Now, Yes, we're not trying to be dicks putting this in because we know a lot of people really hated this game, but I really, really loved this game. And you liked when we played co-op.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the co-op.
Yeah, like flying, one of you flying the ship, one of you being the gunner. It's brilliant. But for me, it's the perfect update to the old school arcade on rails shmup gameplay that I like.
Yeah.
To the point where I'll go back to play Lilac Wars and I'll be disappointed that I can't look around and aim like I can in Star Fox Zero, because the controls are just perfect.
Yeah.
Especially for dogfighting. See when you're flying and you're doing the dogfight against Starwolf,
yeah,
and you're locking onto them and you're looking down to your gamepad to shoot them and you're flying through obstacles, and it's just so good. I can't go over how good it is and how much fun I've had in it.
Yeah.
And even going back to the early levels and trying to get medals and trying to get high scores is great fun. So yeah, it's one of my favourite games of the year, and it's a real shame that it didn't really light up anybody else's world. That nobody else seemed to like it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What's the number 3 game?
Number 3 is, of course, Overwatch. The game on everyone's lips. Overwatch, I mean, spoken about it a lot, and let's be honest, everyone's probably played it, apart from Joe.
Apart from me.
Overwatch just brings you back to that lovely time when shooting games weren't about playing it for 100 hours and unlocking like
all the good gear.
Yeah. It's a level playing field, it's arcadey, everything you unlock is purely cosmetic, but it's still fun, don't be wrong. It's nice having some lovely themed costumes, but the game itself, the lore, whatever you kind of take away from it. Like, some people love the game for how it plays in the lore, the levels, the modes, the characters. There's so much to choose from. It really, I don't know, it holds a wee mirror up to what online multiplayer games have become. Certainly shooters, and what kind of the mistakes they've been making over and over again. Maybe not mistakes, but just following the same boring pattern again and again, to the point where you can't tell the difference anymore. Overwatch is the first time when a game's came out and you thought, oh, fuck, I can tell what that is. You show me a screenshot of it, I know what it is. Show me a screenshot of Call of Duty, it could be any number of Call of Duty games. It's a brilliant game.
Good point.
It's a brilliant game.
Our number 2 game of the year is
Final Fantasy 15. Oh,
we're actually in agreement over this one. This was one of
our number 2 game and our number 1 game we both agreed on.
Now, we've not got much time. We're not going to bore you to death with how much we love this game.
We do it in the podcast you can listen to.
But this game is just, for me, it's an open world which isn't too dauntingly huge and full of shit that I'm never going to get time to do. It's a manageable open world. It's a great cast. I love those boys. Do you love those boys?
Love the boys.
I love those
God
boys.
love the boys.
Yeah.
It's the first time like a JRPG has really tapped into. For me, it's really tapped into that. Maybe even since, Kuni, that kind of emotional side of things.
Yeah.
Not that JRPGs don't, they're not like aloof or anything, but it feels like it doesn't concern itself too much about you, I don't know, having to fight God or whatever.
Although that is in it. Stuff like that is in it.
But the kind of minute to minute, hour to hour gameplay is more about building relationships, getting to know the world, and
getting into really good fights. The fight system's great. Really great.
A brilliant game that I think is going to change the game for JRPGs going forward. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, I don't know.
Yeah, and I really I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with it next week, because there's DLC coming out for it and all that. I for one, I'm on board. And what's our number 1 game of the year?
Number 1 game. There's only one game it could have been. It has to be The Last Guardian. Oh, controversial. 7 out of 10 game being the best game of the year. A 6 out of 10 game.
I know, 6 out of 10. An old-fashioned. Cheeky old-fashioned.
Your dad loves an old-fashioned.
Does love an old-fashioned. I think.
But your triangles jump. Why isn't it X?
No, I know. The camera's all wonky.
What's up with the camera?
Why doesn't Trico do exactly what I want to do all the time?
Where's the gun?
Where's my waypoint?
Tell me how to get those sweet tropes.
I know. We're starting to sound like dicks right now. But
we are, sorry. Apologies.
We love this game. I think it's because I love Trico so much.
Yeah.
And a lot of the game is down to that. If you don't build that relationship with Trico, then you're not going to enjoy it. It's as simple as that.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
You said treacle. I love treacle. I love treacle tarts. It's a game that just totally took me by surprise. To be honest, I wasn't even.
I know you weren't bothered until I said,
to be honest.
Listen, you need to play this game.
And I got it for Christmas just a few days ago, and just over the last 2 days just couldn't stop playing it. I just had to see it. Every room is a beautiful little puzzle. Starting simple, building on you having to be aware of what's around you. Like, it's not going to tell you how to solve a puzzle.
It's old-fashioned in the way that it really expects you to just look around and look at your surroundings and think, right, I need to do this, I need to go there and do that.
And it asks you to pay attention. Like, it will kind of, when you come into a room, sometimes it will give you clues. But if you're not paying attention and you're not thinking, you're not going to solve them. And it gives you probably the best AI companion a game has ever given.
It's the most convincing AI.
It's a wild beast. We talk about it quite a lot in our podcast, but it's all the frustrations you feel about it. Just equate that and think about what it must be like teaching a puppy. Think about that and think about how it doesn't obey you, how it does its own thing half the time, but as you get to know it and as it gets to know you, that's when the relationship starts, and that's the perfect thing to think about when you're playing this game.
It doesn't outstay its welcome, and the ending is one of my favourite endings I've ever seen in a game. It's definitely worthy of being in our number one game of the year. It's
a game that I'll think about a lot, and it's a game I'll come back to again and again, and that's what you want. That's what you want.
So until next year, keep bit-socking.